Win streaks continue as we enter day 2 of week 7. Let's see who can keep their mojo with our matches today. Team Liquid have some moxie they want to keep going. We'll see if FlyQuest can play spoiler in game 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the LCS Countdown, where for 30 minutes we honor some of our pros and share some of the nuances of a split push until the timer reaches 0 and we jump into Champion Select. Hello, gentlemen. How you doing this fine Sunday morning?
I'm doing well, Dash. I got every single prediction right yesterday.
So you're riding a high right now, but that sets a bar for today. Mark, how about you?
I'm feeling pretty good. I didn't get the 5-0, but we're still tied, and I'm pretty confident that Jat will go 0-5 today and just completely undo all the hard work from yesterday.
I got bad news. I was going to say, I got bad news for you if he goes 0-5, but let's kick things off by looking at how the teams rank going into the day. Team Liquid holds on to first. FlyQuest and Optic Gaming are in 4th at 7-6, while Cloud9 and TSM share 6th place, just 1 game behind them. We'll see how much those positions change, though, with our schedule presented by Jersey Mike Subs. First up, FlyQuest hope to take down first-place Team Liquid with 100 Thieves challenging Golden Guardians later in the day. But before that, for Game 3, Freak, Wild Turtle, and JJ will be taking to the NALCS Lounge to bring you Echo Fox versus TSM on Riot Games 2. If you need a little help getting to the summer finals, the solution could be ordering a sub above at jerseymikes.com, where using the promo code JMNALCS enters you into a sweepstakes for a VIP trip to the Oracle Arena just a month away. Now, going into his matchup in Game 1, Kane says they aren't taking first place for granted.
Thanks, guys. Kane said that Team Liquid is feeling great after locking in first place, but they are not about to underestimate any teams. They said in particular yesterday's early game left some room for improvement, so that's what they're going to focus on. When it comes to their match against FlyQuest today, he knows that the game's not going to be easy, and in particular, they're going to be on the lookout for Flame in the top lane. Now, when it comes to the famous FlyQuest base races, he's pretty confident in Team Liquid's ability to have good wave control and keep their Nexus safe. Back to you guys.
Not going to rest on their laurels as they've grabbed hold of first place, but in a split where we can't stop talking about parity, Team Liquid is knocking on the door of 10-4. That's a pretty solid record.
Right, they had another comeback victory as well. There's a time when they fell behind and felt like all hope was gone, but now after putting a couple of these together in a row, they are showing a new dimension to them as they pick up these wins, and they keep shooting themselves in the foot a little bit, but the fact that they're able to come back is actually super impressive. Yeah,
it's a 4-game winning streak now for them, having taken down the team that was tying them for first yesterday. And they're actually better in record at this point in the summer split than they were in spring. And if you remember, they are the spring split champions. So with all the topsy-turviness of the NALCS, Team Liquid's looking incredibly strong. To add on top of it, they were the team that stuck with 80 carries the whole time. Now, funnel is nerfed. 80 carries are getting buffed next patch. So not only is Team Liquid in first, I feel like they get stronger from here on out.
Yeah, without a doubt, they're sitting pretty in first, and things only look to get better for them as the days go on. Last week, though, we discussed how some of FlyQuest's wins came from these really close games, and yesterday, luck didn't seem to be on their side.
Yeah, this is one of those games that they had been winning in the past, but they've been struggling a lot with how Keen has been performing. In that game, it wasn't obvious like he was whiffing ultimates, but when you saw his DPM numbers, it was lower than the Braum on his team. And when he is performing well, the team always seems to win. And then their losses, he's a complete non-factor, either dying all the time or in that game just not actually finding any even QW combos onto people to chunk them out.
Yeah, and some of this is actually side-related or draft-related. He's undefeated on Zoe, 4-0, but actually 6-0 on blue side for FlyQuest and 1-6 on red side. Ooh, they are red side today, by the way.
Oh,
also against Team Liquid, which makes it a little more difficult. So it is about finding consistency. Really, I do feel like in that mid lane for Keen, he's mainly only found success on Zoe this split. He's had a good Galio game, a good Orianna game, but has looked underwhelming the majority of the time on those things. So I want to see what St. Fish's solution for that is come this next draft.
Right, Mark, I know you think that Keen is very important to the success of this team. Of course, that doesn't mean that the other players, don't necessarily facilitate a win or a loss, but that revolving around that mid lane and his individual performance is key to victory for them.
Yeah, I mean, oftentimes you just consider mid lane kind of the linchpin of the map, and so when he's not playing well, everything else starts to fall apart. And over the course of the split, different people have stepped up. Santorin was really hot at the beginning, and Flame seemed like he was struggling. Santorin's no longer kind of carrying some of these games, but Flame had a fantastic GP game yesterday, but they couldn't find the win because they just weren't getting that help from the Orianna in the mid.
All right, well, when it comes to their loss yesterday, St. Vicious felt it was a wake-up call, rather, for the team.
I was pretty confident going into this week, but we threw our game versus Optic yesterday, so we're a little bit tilted from that, but hopefully, you know, we relearned from some of the mistakes, and we won't make those in the TL game, and we should be able to go in confident. Usually how I've been doing my coaching is I just make one or two people a project for the week, and then I like work really hard on that individual person and try to like make their role better in the team, and then like we just kind of go over general mistakes. So it's not like a specific thing, it's just like making it a little by little better with each piece. League is a game about tempo, and you can basically play like chicken with people. If there's I feel like a lot of teams in NA don't understand tempo and like who's going to be there faster, like who's like back in the 2v1 meta, you know, it'd be like these not base race situations, but like who's going to back first. And I think a lot of our players played in that meta, and so we just kind of understand that, where it's like we're not going to back if you don't back. So if we actually like have the advantage in the speed, then we're just going to go for it.
Playing a game of chicken, talking about tempo. But I also really like his comment on improvement and how he works with individuals more so than maybe taking a look at the team holistically and saying, hey, let me try and solve 27 problems at once.
Right. I mean, a team is a group of individuals.
Yes.
So while you can say all of us need to communicate better, you can also just say like, hey, this guy's warding numbers are too low, or you're really struggling in these matchups, or with backing off when you don't have vision. Like those are all individual things you can work on that do benefit the whole team.
All right, well, with what these coaches have said in mind and our first matchup of the day, I want to get some win conditions on the board. First up, Jat, you get FlyQuest on red side. You said it's going to be difficult for them, but how do they do it?
I had to become more elaborate than usual.
So
you get the full screen.
The full screen.
Trade OP picks. Their only one win was on red side, where they were able to pick Zoe and then pre-rework Aatrox, which was still effective. They did that by giving up a lot of the OP picks. So these are the targets that they try to get on red side with the first two picks they have. You can go with Zoe, Aatrox, Varus, or Braum. All those would be very good picks that normally they win with on blue side. That means you target ban instead of try and ban OPs. So I'm hoping they go for Malzahar, Morgana, and Rakan as just some target bans to try and weaken them down.
So assuming those target bans, now I'm going to put you in the shoes of Team Liquid, Jat. What do you think Team Liquid's first priority is in that draft?
Well, that's the thing. There's a chance that it's still Kindred, which would be great. I don't know if Team Liquid wants to play through Impact's Aatrox. I don't know if they'd want to play through Pobel through Zoe. They also have the chance of banning out a few of those things, which is why you're trying to just kind of shotgun. And as I said, 1-6 red side. Things are looking grim. Time to mix it up.
Uphill battle. Mark, Jat has a very thorough plan for beating your team in Team Liquid, but what are your win conditions here?
Win condition, don't do a TL level 1. No more of these Team Liquid level 1s where
you're 4-minute level 1.
You're taking E level 1, trying to push it in and die. You're getting double flash blown and then getting killed. Just don't do any of that stuff.
That's pretty simple.
Yeah, unlike Jat, the team that I'm representing here is already the heavy favorite both in standings and on side. So I feel like I don't need to give too much advice to them. I think they'll figure it out.
You got off with easy homework.
I got the easy homework.
Yeah, you got the easy homework last night. Now, before we go to break, we saw Optic Gaming continue their win streak off of back-to-back split push victories last week, and Azael wanted to share how those wins are more than just a top lane pick.
Thank you very much, Stash. So yeah, I want to talk a little bit about split push, and we've all seen it. If you're running down the side lane, getting those solo kills, taking turrets, and hogging all the credit. But what about the other 4 members on the team? I want to shine a little bit of light on the trials and tribulations of the 4-man squad when it comes to the split push. So much of the success of that man in the side lane is down to these 4 members who are trying to maintain pressure on the map. If you sit back under your turrets, you know, you're not going to be having any presence on the map. You're not going to be kind of buying time, and you're giving up too many objectives. And here in this game, we can see, you know, Optic with the 4-man squad, they're out around Baron, they're maintaining vision, they're maintaining pressure, and this is just buying so much time for Dokla, so they don't fully commit to the fight, they don't get hard engaged on and get wiped, they're also out at Baron creating pressure, and that's giving Dokla the time to get advantages in the side lane, knock down a tier 2, and that's an example really of where it kind of did work out. And we do have a second replay where, you know, Dokla is not really in position. So again, the 4-man squad here is out on the map, and we can roll the play, and they do have, again, vision around Baron. They are creating pressure, but unfortunately, you know, Dokla does not have the wave pushed up just yet. There is not enough pressure in that side lane. There are no easy objectives for him to take, so when this engage comes in, you know, they're actually using their TP to a fight that is not being committed to, so this is really kind of a mistake on the side of Optic where the 4-man squad needs to wait for Dokla to be further up in that side lane before they are posturing forward. You want to make sure that when you are buying this time, when you are doing so well around that Baron, that your split pusher is in position to be taking objectives, to be really cashing in on that. And I think Optic did a great job overall in this weekend, but these are just a couple little highlights of some of the times they did it right, some of the times they did it wrong. Back to you, Dash.
Thank you very much. Azael, control of the map and tempo. We already heard Saint talking about it, that, and this is one of the teams that's both won via split push and or base race and has had to play against it in FlyQuest. But it's an interesting conversation around which teams prefer to maybe index towards that strategy, but how hard it is to execute, and then which teams just forgo the 4-1 and say, hey, let's just face 5v5 and see who wins the team fight.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more people comfortable with the 5v5 split, just team fight. The split push requires you to have certain draft strategies, as well as, like Azael was saying there, the buy-in of the other 4 to know that while the spotlight's not on them, they need to be kind of running decoying distraction.
All right, well, there you have it. When we return, we've got more NALCS countdown. But before we go, let's listen on the comms that Azael just broke down in that Optic split push victory.
Great secret. Yeah, just a secret arrow. Nobody can know.
You're not supposed to say it, bro.
Okay. It was our secret? Yeah, nobody can know.
Bottom missing long time.
Punish. Fighting. You got top kill. Good job. Nice.
Alright. If you go for a cannon, I will think.
Nice.
I'm gonna crab, guys.
Come to crab with you.
Yeah, come to crab with me, fam.
Shenzhen. Money mid. I'm moving to mid. Victor flash.
Probably here.
Careful. I'm moving you guys.
I'm time.
I'm almost there. I'm almost there. Careful. Back up. I'm almost here. I'm almost here. Can we turn with me? Look.
Yeah. Turn. Victor. No flash.
Hey, don't fight long. Varus will TP, okay?
I'm
No.
I think Grim's here. Can I fight?
I'm here.
I'm here. Behind you. GP no.
He's missing right now, bot.
We're fighting, Grace. I am coming.
Can ulted. They're going hard, guys.
He's rooted.
That's all I got.
I'm moving you guys.
Jungler is dead. I think just kill that guy. Kill the Shen.
Kill Shen. Back.
Maybe help him.
No.
I kill him. I kill him.
Shen out.
Okay.
Nice.
No vision. Okay.
Pressure. He went.
I win.
Everyone pressure mid. Nice.
I'm gonna rush mid. You guys forward there. I'm gonna hit mid and nib, okay?
Okay. You're gonna try to stall them and make it a 50-50.
If you stall, I end for sure.
They're going.
I might be dead, actually.
I'm trying to stall time.
We have to bait.
50. I end. Go for the bait.
Take it slow. Slow chase.
They might try to go for end.
Hey, we need base.
I'm gonna stop them.
Ready to go.
Go. I'm on next one. Give me 10 seconds. 5. I go.
Oh my god, we actually lose.
GP 1 HP. GP 1 GP down. End. I'm heading.
Yeah.
I go.
Welcome back to the LCS Countdown. 12.5 minutes away from Champions Select. While we award player of the game, some performances deserve a little something extra. So we're going to bestow some additional accolades by using the honor system. First up, we're awarding Stayed Cool to Xmithy for his game yesterday. Not hitting level 2 until 4 minutes into the game. Disastrous level 1, but he pulls it back.
Yeah, this was a tough one to watch. Anyone who's ever been in a game like this can sympathize with not getting a buff, dying. Your laners aren't helping you. They're losing their flashes.
Either you flame your laners or your laners flame you and you're never making it back in the game. But because Xmithy and the entire team actually did stay cool, playing passively in lane, allowing him to catch up in experience, then he made some really huge plays in team fight. They knew they had late game. They kept it cool, and that's why they're able to win.
Well, there you have it. Next up, Big. He's going to get great shot calling for his win or his role that he's played on Optic most recently.
And he's a guy who the players have been hyping up a lot, but he in particular says a lot in the game.
Let's just slow swap into the turn. Okay, listen. Camille will be bought. We will pressure Baron again. We already have the mid hit him. If we don't die here, they have to come to us, okay? We're gonna push in. Camille was split. Don't die right now, Dokla. Just back up. Thank you.
I got you, bro. I got you. You give me a deck sheet, I give you heal.
Thank you, baby.
That was to us, the thank you.
Thank you for saying
for the honors.
Shot calling honor.
It's interesting though, right? Because I feel like this guy, to some degree, has flown under the radar in the public eye in terms of the value that he's added to this team. But the results, to some degree, speak for themselves, and the players of that org have also, talked him up in terms of the value that he provides from a shot calling perspective.
Yep, we got to hear a little bit of it right there, but it is just so valuable. Even if everyone is probably going to come to the same conclusion, to have it stated by someone so that everyone is guaranteed on the same page. And that is one of the many things you need to be able to win those close games that Optic has been able to close out.
The third and final honor, GG Hart, goes to Jensen for picking up that Zillion yesterday, foregoing the Orianna, taking a more supportive role in the team, and helping them achieve victory.
Everyone has a different definition for GG Hart. Oftentimes, I just give it to the guy who probably carried, and I don't want to accidentally insult someone by being like, stayed cool when they were
and they're like, what is it? Is this like, does he think I...
Great shot calling when he said nothing in chat, but like pinged a lot. Jensen, I think, actually did dominate this game on Zillion in also an unconventional way, so that's a good one.
I mean, in actuality, is that the one that you give almost every time?
Almost every time, yeah, because I don't want to low-key flame someone by accident.
Right.
That's just such a... trying to avoid conflict.
I rarely give great shot calling because I feel like how can you, in a solo queue game, how can you really determine who's shot calling?
Especially when you lose. Like, stayed cool and great shot calling in a loss is really hard to correct.
You're just way too worried about that. Like, I just give GG if someone like hard carried the game. Otherwise, it's one of the other two. Like someone.
I give stayed cool a lot.
Someone definitely lost lane probably in the game.
Here's a question: on this desk, who gets what honors?
I don't think I get stayed cool.
You definitely don't get that one, Mark. Although, but then which one do you get? Because GG Hart doesn't scream Mark Z to me either.
What's sad is
I low-key flaming if I give you guys shot calling?
You just said that
so you sarcastically give him stayed cool. I'll take great shot calling, and Jack gets GG Hart. All right, well, there you have it. That's going to do it for the honors. I did some brain exercises this morning, so I'm ready for our next segment. Time to hand it off for some Jat stats. Let's go.
We got the song again. It's been a while.
I wonder if they got a new jingle today.
I brought my pen over for some reason. I'm gonna write down.
Oh! We got balloon! Whoa! Since when do we get balloon?
This is crazy. What is the production value? Are those water balloons?
No, those are
mushroom.
Oh, and a Timo mushroom.
Okay.
What a day.
If I pop this, how loud
oh
is
my
it gonna
goodness.
be on
Very loud. Here's a pen. Wait until you get one wrong.
All right, this will be the...
All right. Hit us with some Jat stats.
Question 1. Do we have 3 Timo mushrooms?
I don't know where they're...
Pass me Timo mushrooms for this one.
Okay.
Anyway, who has the worst damage per minute as Orianna in LCS history? And I got a multiple choice right here because Keen had one of those games yesterday that was of the top 5. These are the top 5 in a random order. So which one of these guys has the lowest damage per minute in an Orianna game all time?
I feel like...
Oh, in a single Orianna game.
In a single game.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't remember a DeMonte game. I don't think it was high. I feel like Link had some games I remember where he was underperforming pretty heavily.
You remember the Golden Glue game where he gets like the Quadra or whatever? But like I remember it was like a really, really poor Orianna game up until that point. I almost feel like it was that game.
Do you want to go that? I'll go Link.
You're gonna go Link. I'm gonna go Golden Glue because of his historically poor performance in the NALCS. Even though this split he's played phenomenally. So
I like your instincts, Mark, because we didn't actually reorder them. This is first through.
Oh my goodness!
So Link
pretty close together.
But Keenan DeMonte incredibly close.
I think I can't put my finger on it, but I think I remember a game where I was just like, what the heck did Link do?
Maybe Team Liquid team was playing against him.
Maybe
so,
that's
he was just skilling E.
CS 15 to 30 minutes. Which team has the best CSD between the 15 and 30-minute mark? I was pulling this a few different ways. Like, I was going to do total CS, but that was too influenced by game time.
This split?
So it's this split between 15 and 30 minutes. Who's first and second in CSD between 15 and 30? Just kind of throw.
It's got to be something like Team Liquid because they get themselves in holes and then they're able to come back. I'm thinking about or it's something like TSM because they are so passive and farm so much, and most of the time.
No, because so Smithy actually has really high jungle CSD, which is something you probably a lot of people forget about. So I'm down with Team Liquid.
I think Team Liquid is a good answer.
I actually think the other one might be Optic. They farm.
There's a lot of farming. I mean, you're looking at 100 Thieves, Optic, TL.
So I'll give you a hint. It's not Optic. Optic has the most CS at 15 to 30,
maybe
but it's actually
there could be an issue
CSD.
with Team Liquid's game length. Though, right?
They actually end games before 30 minutes.
So there could be an issue there.
It's the difference, them versus the opponent.
Oh, so it doesn't matter how long.
All right,
okay, I'm going to go Team Liquid then.
All right, yeah, I'll do Team Liquid, and we need
Team
another
Liquid's
one.
right. Do you have a second place?
Let's go
100 Thieves.
TSM.
Close. C9.
Oh, that would
close. It's neither of those.
That would have been pretty good.
Plus 58 per game for Team Liquid, and plus 44 for C9.
Is this the top one?
Yeah.
Dude, we got a Jat stat. Wait, why did you pop the balloon?
Because he got it wrong. He got it half right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha,
we're going to move. This has been a mess.
This is the weirdest
Question
segment we've done.
3. Who is the team? So this is a really cool stat. Fewest Rift Heralds taken in the NALCS. The team's only taken 3 Rift Heralds the whole split, but they have the most turrets killed to 15 on average.
Huh.
Is that like
they kill turrets?
I mean, there's a piece of me that wants to say like clutch because Apollo Haku a lot of times can be pretty aggressive in lane and pressure turrets. But I feel like as a team, they're not super aggressive around.
So I'm just going to go with some early game team that's actually pretty good, which would be the best 2 teams are C9 and CLG most likely. So
ooh, CLG is not a bad answer.
Yeah, so I'll go CLG.
Ooh, I like that. But I'm going to, just to keep us spread and have a better shot, I'll go clutch. I like the CLG answer, though.
Whenever there's a weird stat, it's either CLG or Echo Fox.
Echo Fox.
Oh, really?
They're too busy killing turrets to take Rift Herald.
Gotcha.
They have a lot of really bad
often.
team stats. Like they have the lowest warding stats and
really
stuff like
weird,
that.
But they still
do you
push
happen
turrets.
to know the updated stat on Rift Herald like win rates? Remember that?
When we checked yesterday, it was almost exactly 50%.
Yeah, it was 31 and 30, I believe, before the 5 games yesterday, which is just intriguing to me that it doesn't have as much of an outcome on the result of the game. But next up, our topic wheel, the Wheel of Misfortune. We've got just enough time to hit a couple of these. So I'm going to have you guys spin the wheel, and then I'll let you know what exactly you have to do for me.
Is Jad up
somehow?
first?
Go for it, Jad. Go for it. Yeah. You know. Woo-hoo! We're getting better at this.
Yeah, I think
One
that's
of us
the last
is.
time I'm doing that.
Well, one of us is getting better at it.
This joke is getting old. Okay, Mission Impossible playoffs for Clutch Gaming. So we already know the last place team that it is mathematically possible. So really what I want you to do is explain to me how they could complete this mission. How exactly, what do you need to see changed in the team that allows them to make the run to playoffs?
Okay, so this team's strength has always been actually late game team fighting. They need to get the whole team aligned on that goal. I'd actually like to see them put Moon in instead of Lyra, since Lyra always likes to make aggressive plays. You keep Apollo and Hakuho on that strategy. I still think, even if it's not meta, you're putting Hakuho on playmakers. He actually hasn't adapted that well to some of the new support picks. They did go on long winning streaks at some point during the spring split. Hopefully they can get that again. And we talked to Solo yesterday. He's a cool guy. Just keep it up.
All right. I'm bought in now.
All right, well, there it is. It's clearly mission possible now.
They're 4-9,
If we have time, if we have time, spin it again.
Yeah, spin that again.
All right, spin it again. Let's go, Mark. You're up.
Quick one.
There we go.
That's spinning real fast. Now it's got to decelerate quickly as well.
I'll just grab it. There we go.
Ooh,
you hate to see that.
So this is, I just want to know, what is that thing that happens in League of Legends where you're like, you hate the worst gut punch feeling when something happens in a game.
There's two things that instantly spring to mind. I'm not sure which one I hate more. One is just like a missed cannon creep for no reason. Watching is painful.
Player alone in lane misses cannon.
Yeah, that feels bad. It's hard to watch. Fail flashes over walls is also a really just sad one.
Especially because then it usually results in death to follow.
I'm telling you anyway. A missed Malphite ultimate. The sound doesn't even play. He just
you don't get the boom. He's just there. Yeah, and he's just like, now I'm in a new location. Anyway, while the fans came up short yesterday, we found some bright-eyed youngins to throw their own predictions against Mark and Jack. Take a look.
TL versus FlyQuest. I think TL are gonna win just because, you know, historically they came first loss split, and right now they're having a pretty strong showing so far, so that's why I think they're gonna win.
I think C9 will win against CLG because I think they're just looking more cleaner in the recent weeks, and I think Blabber's gonna 1v9.
I think EchoFox versus TSM. TSM, I want to like go on the TSM side because I feel like this past few weeks, whenever they lost, we lost. So I'm kind of hoping the opposite to happen, where like they win and we win, or we win and they win. So I want to like root for TSM.
For GGS versus 100 Thieves, I think GGS is gonna win because I want definitely to win.
Clutch against Optic. I feel like Optic will win because, you know, they've been on the upswing. They're on a pretty good winning streak right now, and Clutch recently dropped their head coach. There's a lot of inner workings going on that I don't understand, but it doesn't seem like it's going well for them. So I think Optic will win.
All right, a couple spicy picks from the pros because the two of you are in perfect agreement
These
here
are two very
on the day.
Yeah.
Also tied in the overall standings.
I was very close to taking TSM.
Yeah, we both talked about that one a lot.
I feel like I'm a little addicted to picking TSM, so I had to like break out of that.
Right.
Just because.
To me, it was one of those things where they looked very good punching reactive playstyle yesterday. EchoFox plays really aggressive and hasn't been clean, so you want to take them, but it's just too much for me.
All right, well, there you have all three, though, predicted Team Liquid across the board for Game 1. It's time to get into that game, so we're going to head to the Battle Arena.
Thank you very much, Dash and gentlemen. That's some crazy analysis to start off the day, but we are just about to get into Champion Select here for Liquid versus FlyQuest. And coming in, Liquid on quite the hot streak here. FlyQuest could look to put a stop to, but it doesn't look like much can stop Liquid right now.
Yeah, Team Liquid, 4-game winning streak right now. They have gone 4-0 in the second half. And like you said, looking quite good.